Hello and welcome, one and all. Today we're going to be playing Crusader Kings 3, and we're going to be playing as this small cluster of counties here in Sardinia. As always, we will be playing on Iron Man enabled with achievements enabled and applying that. My first goal is going to be to expand to the Dutchy of Sardinia and ultimately possibly the Kingdom of Sardinia, depending on if this little chunk here becomes free. We'll then expand out towards Italy, towards Africa, potentially towards Spain or Europe, and we'll kind of see how that goes. Yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and begin. So the first thing we have to do is pick our lifestyle. So wouldn't you know it, we have stewardship already with 10 of 27 taken. So that's great. Let's go ahead and select this.
Dude, if he can run a business, the country is a business.
And wow, we got super lucky. We got the architect tree plus a little bit of this tree, the golden obligation specifically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a wealth focus and then start from there. Next on the to-do list, our heir is unmarried. So the first thing I'm going to do is find somebody with inheritable traits, some trait that we can kind of keep in our bloodline. Now, this person is an Amazonian.
Wow.
She's got 8 stewardship, which is not terrible. We get a small alliance out of it with 900 men, which is actually pretty good. The only thing about this is she's 22. And the problem with that is that we won't effectively be able to manage our line of succession. So it's very possible we could have a ton of grandsons here and our line of succession could have a lot of difficulty. I'm going to do it and we'll kind of work out how we can figure out the succession. I think it's worth it to have such a good trait in our gene pool so early. We'll kind of roll the dice and gamble a bit on this one. It looks like our other son can also get married. We'll do a very similar thing with him. You can see we can already make the Dutchy of Sardinia, so we're going to consider doing that pretty soon, but not right away. Right away, we're going to want to be investing in our current counties. You can also see that we have 933 troops from the start. If you look here, our son, who controls the rest of the duchy, right, like the Dutchy of Sardinia is all of this island here, he only has 772, so it would be pretty easy for us to just declare war. It would cost us 50 prestige, and we'll raise all and go ahead and attack him. I'm going to start running my men over to see if we can't get into a war with him, and we easily wipe him out. And let's go ahead and grab that other county. Perfect. So we've taken this county. I'm going to go ahead and enforce my demands, so be it, disband all. And now it'll be roughly 2 to 3 years. 5 years rather, until we can take the rest of this. So within 5 years, I plan on actually forming the duchy, taking the rest of this Dutchy of Sardinia, and kind of going from there. So you can see here, we've just had our first grandson. You'll remember here that this, our daughter-in-law rather, was an Amazonian. So we're kind of gambling that our grandson was going to look good and get that Amazonian trait. When you go ahead and look at it, he is absolutely terrible.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
So likely we'll be disinheriting him. Now I am also investing in different things, so I'm going to start by investing in farms and fields. That'll give me plus 0.05 per month gold. Really, I want to boost my gold income before we move on to other things. I'm going to start with farms and fields, and then after that, I'll likely move on to hunting grounds because of the gold income, plus the light cavalry damage and light cavalry pursuit. Potentially barracks, and definitely trade ports. Those are the kind of 4 I really want to establish here. The others are okay, but they're not exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for bonuses to our men-at-arms, and I'm looking for immediate gold income. And yet again, we had our grandson from our son who is the heir. This grandson is actually Hale, so he's not so bad. We'll give him a good Sardinian name and get on with it. While I have my council here, the other thing I'm definitely going to do is increase development in our capital. That's just going to help us with our research and other things like that. So our truce with our son has ended, and it's time to end this absolute lunacy. We're going to go ahead and spend our 50 prestige to get into a war with him. We will raise our troops and walk them directly into the capital. So hold on, we just died unexpectedly, relatively young too, if we take a look. 54 actually was not that young. I probably should have made the duchy earlier. I was kind of being a little jealous. So what did we lose here? We lost a couple claims. We have 600 dudes. So we're going to finish this war, hopefully, and we'll get some of our guys back. The good news is we did knock a bunch of their guys out. So we've won this war. Let's go ahead and enforce the demands. So be it. Disband all. I'm going to go ahead before anybody can even do anything. Just declare a war here. And raise my armies to attack them. Perfect. We'll get this little chunk back. Basically, we should have managed our succession a little bit better, but we're okay this time. So we finished this war. That's a bug. There we go. Enforce, disband all, disband all. Perfect. So just a quick note, we are above our domain limit at 4 of 3 holdings, which is absolutely tragic. Our stewardship is terrible. I'm going to go ahead and put my wife on manage domain, and that will bring me up to 4 of 4. I'm going to create the duchy by the time I take this last county, and then I can kind of grant it away to make sure we are not taking any penalties with regards to our domain after we take this. But we're still at truce with our brother for another 3 years, so we got lots and lots of time to save up for that. So September is come and gone, and oh, wouldn't you know it, we are no longer at truce with our brother. And that's bad news for him, because he only has 300 troops, and we have 900, we're coming for him. Let's go ahead and raise all our armies, beeline it right to the city, and we should be good to give him an easy clap. This time, once and for all. Hopefully we don't die in the middle of this war, too. Wonderful. So we've won the war. Let's go ahead and enforce the demands. So be it. Disband all. We're currently sitting at 222 gold. To create the Dutchy of Sardinia, we just have to wait a little bit, because we need 250. Great, so we've hit 250 gold. Let's go ahead and create the duchy. Boom, beautiful. We'll also go ahead and see if we can kind of grant away this land, probably up here. I kind of don't like this land as much. Unfortunately, we're going to have to grant it away for now. We will definitely be revoking it later. And you know what? Kind of to manage succession, I'm going to try and give it to this son here. Let's go ahead and educate the child. And we have him a stewardship focus. I think that will be beneficial to us, given our plan. And we'll go ahead and grant him this title as well. Grant title. Oh boy, this is what I've been waiting for. So we did wind up having a son, and he does have the Herculean trait, which is awesome if we can keep that in our bloodline. The next and most important step is to give him a good Sardinian name, Bobor. May you go strong and wise, Bobor. So we've been saving our coins like good little boys. We're at 423 coins. You'll notice we actually got a huge bonus from our golden aplomb, I don't know. Our monthly income per stress level is plus 10%, and I've been kind of making some decisions to stress me out a little bit.
The stress of my modern office has caused me to go into a depression.
And then I'm going to be spending some gold on things like hunts and things like that to kind of reduce our stress level. But for now, I'm going to build this gold mine, and that is going to pay off tenfold down the line. I will guarantee it. So this is absolutely huge. Right now, realistically, our domain is making 3.8 gold. So to be making another 3 gold per turn just with this gold mine, that's doubling our income. In the meantime, we've seen that this top portion of Sardinia is kind of broken apart and has been ruled by this independent ruler with a couple alliances here and there. So it might be ripe for the picking, to be honest. They are relatively powerful still with some powerful allies, but you never know. It's going to be coming soon, so we're just going to be building up our army to be able to potentially take them over relatively quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up onagers. Definitely going to be required if we're going to be sieging forts and taking things like that. So that's going to be my first pickup. And next I'm going to remove these light footmen and replace them with armored footmen when we've saved up. The reason being is because you'll see here I have my barracks. And in the barracks you see you have a heavy infantry bonus of plus 4% to their damage and spearman damage as well. Just getting rid of them for the extra, 45 coins and replacing them with armored footmen, especially when we can only have 3 men-at-arms regiments, is going to be pretty big. So I'm quite excited about that. We've just had war declared on us by these guys up here. So what we're going to go ahead and do is find one of our kids. So let's take our son here. This is a great son. He is a dwarf, charming, and temperate, with terrible skills all around. An absolutely fantastic son. I'm going to go and search by alliance power and find these guys with 1,400 guys. We'll go ahead and send them a proposal. Raise all of my armies. I'm going to put my armies up here. So I'm going to call my brand new ally to war. There we go. Call to war. Oh, okay. So my allies decided to go in that war. They thought it would be a good idea. I'm going to help them out for superiority in numbers. Definitely I would not have taken that battle if I was on my own for sure. Oh no, that was my good son. My good son just died. And how did he die? Mysterious circumstances.
I saw that you wanted. Don't lie to me, Walt. You sussy baka.
Perfect. So we've captured a valuable hostage, but I'm still going to capture their capital just for the loot. Perfect. Now I will go ahead and enforce demands. So be it, and disband all. I can kind of go ahead and attack them. You'll note we have a similar army strength, but they're crazy in debt. And we just wiped out a ton of their units, so that should be good. Let's go ahead and raise our armies. Okay, so we've captured the county in question, and we're going to be running back, hopefully to pull them off of our capital before they siege it. That's awesome. We're going to try and catch them here. Perfect. We just knocked them down. Excellent. All right, so we won the war. Let's go ahead and enforce our demands. Beautiful. Disband all, disband all. And we have this little chunk of the top of the Kingdom of Sardinia, right? So if we look at the Kingdom of Sardinia, we have this little chunk of the top part, which is absolutely awesome. So I've noticed also we have a glut of gold after we haven't spent in quite some time. So what we're going to do is go ahead and increase our men-at-arms size. That's probably the most important aspect of our army. We'll also go ahead and improve any building we can. So we're getting kind of old. We are currently 65. We have to start thinking about our succession. So if we go over here into our realm and we take a look at our succession, half of our realm is going to go to our heir that we've kind of been planning to be our heir. He's okay, he's not great. And the other half is going to go to our other son, who is a dwarf, charming, shy, craven, and temperate. So I absolutely do not want to play as him. And I think it would be absolutely terrible. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I can imprison him. So this is an act of tyranny, but I'm going to go ahead and imprison him. So we've successfully imprisoned him, and I'm just going to go ahead and force him to take the vows now. Great, so he has taken the vows, and now if we go ahead and look at our succession level, it's only us. We're going to be keeping all of it, which is absolutely awesome. That's exactly what we want to see. And I have died. All right, so let's continue as our son, and just take a peek at what needs to be done here. So first, we got to choose our lifestyle. Again, I'm going to go stewardship. That's awesome, and he's almost got the architect perk, which is fantastic. Let's go ahead and do a wealth focus. That was good. We have 8 domain holdings, so this life is definitely going to be one focused on gold. Let's go ahead and take a look at our heir. He's not so bad. He's an astute intellectual. He's diligent, ambitious, and fickle. That actually wouldn't be the worst shout. And our other son is brave, generous, gregarious, thrifty, and a flexible leader. Unfortunately, he is scaly, but that is totally livable. We got 2 half-decent sons here with an older wife. So our plan to kind of manage succession in that manner has worked quite well. Look at this. We're actually making 8.8 gold per turn. 9 from the domains, specifically because we have 6 of 8 holdings. So again, it's time to choose a wife for our heir. So the first thing I'm going to do is search by inheritable traits just to see if there's anything out there. And look at this Franconian woman. She's 45, so that'll limit our succession. And the amount of kids that he will have, because she's a genius, which is awesome. That's a great inheritable trait to kind of keep, and she has 17 stewardship, so that's fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and marry her off. The only thing is the chance of children's low. You know, our son's still 24, so even in 10 years he'll still be able to have some kids. So we'll be able to work with this and just kind of see. So I'm definitely gonna go ahead and send that off. We have a claim against this county right here, and we're going to go ahead and exercise it. I'll go ahead and declare war. It's going to cost me 125 prestige, but I do not even care. We're going to clap them up, take the duchy and then hopefully be able to create the kingdom. So let's go ahead and do that. Excellent. So we've won this war. I'm going to go ahead and enforce the demands. So be it. Disband all. And would you look at that? We almost have the whole Kingdom of Sardinia. So we can usurp this duchy up here, and then I suspect we'll be able to make the kingdom shortly after that. So we're going to go ahead and usurp this duchy up here. Perfect. And now we can actually create the Kingdom of Sardinia. So that'll be relatively soon. Through the magic of television, we are now in the year 1920 AD. We fast forwarded, basically saving our coins all the way up to 500 and making some decisions basically to benefit our gold income. And what I've done is gone ahead and created the Kingdom of Sardegna e Corsica.
Sardegna e Corsica.
I'm not Italian, so don't roast me on that one. Now, what does this actually do for us? Well, it's going to help us with our succession. So no matter what, we're always going to own this kingdom, and it'll kind of divide in and of itself, and we can always revoke those titles and deal with it. So if we play our succession terribly, that won't be affected. The next thing is it kind of allows us to look outward now. So we could always have looked outward. That would have been fine, but really the strategy was look inward, build up our infrastructure, grab this kingdom, and then look outward. So I'm looking up here towards Italy. Why am I looking towards Italy? Well, look how fractured it was. You'll recall when we started the game, it started as the Kingdom of Italy. Then you might have noticed that West Francia actually took a huge chunk of it, and it's been fracturing off ever since. Look how fractured it is. If you look here, for example, they only have 700 troops, no allies. If you look over here, same thing, 600 troops with some allies, but still completely manageable considering we have 2,100 troops. And the best part about this is that if we look to the empire title, Italia is actually comprised of our newly found kingdom. So that's what we have on our roadmap next. I think this is a great place to end the episode off. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you had some laughs and really enjoyed the strategy and learned a thing or two. If you like the video, giving it a like or a subscription is a huge help because I'm still a super small channel. And you know what? If you're bored or have some time, I've handpicked the videos on screen right now as ones I'm sure you're gonna love. Guess what's on there? Part 2 to this video. I'll see you there.